think I'm just a little bit early, but welcome to story time on Monday morning. Drop me a comment so I know who's here. I'm going to pause for just maybe one more minute so we know that I've given everybody the time. Hello, Jennifer. Thank you for being here so often. So I want to give just another minute so that we're sure that I've given everybody time to get on. Okay. Hi, Willa. Thanks for joining me this morning. So I have my principle sticks here, and today we're talking about the sixth principle, which is the dark blue, the indigo color. And my little hint on the back says, work for a peaceful, fair, and free world. So I have a couple of books that highlight the sixth principle. I don't have as many as are on my list, but I will attach the list, the link to the list after we finish the video. One book that I want to share with you is by Howard Bagot, and it's a very interesting book because it is written, everything's written 3 times, in English, Arabic, and Hebrew. And the book is also read back to front, so not our traditional American English way. The illustrations are gorgeous, really well done, very colorful. I'm trying to find one here. Here we go. Fun, and it really is just a nice statement about what we know peace is. But at the back, which seems like it might be the front, are statements written by children, also in all 3 languages. So it's a lovely book to look through. It's a little challenging to read because it looks like it so much. But as I said, it's in English, Arabic, and Hebrew. Great book. The first book that I'm going to read today is just a really short one. It's a Todd Parr book, the Peace Book. So good morning, everyone. If you want to drop me a quick comment so I know who's here. So Todd Parr, if you're familiar with him, has these great illustrations, very colorful, simple storyline. So here we go. Peace is making new friends. Peace is keeping the water blue for all the fish. Peace is saying you're sorry when you hurt someone. Peace is helping your neighbor. Peace is giving shoes to someone who needs them. That's a lot of shoes. Peace is reading all different kinds of books. Peace is thinking about someone you love. Peace is being free. Peace is learning another language. Peace is watching it snow. Peace is keeping the streets clean. Peace is offering a hug to a friend. Peace is everyone having a home. Peace is taking a nap. Peace is keeping someone warm. Peace is sharing a meal. Peace is wishing on a star. Peace is being who you are. The Peace Book by Todd Parr. I also have a little story for you that I wasn't able to actually pick up the book. So I want to just show you some pictures that I printed off from a video that I have. So welcome whoever's here. Today our theme is the 6th Unitarian Universalist Principle, which deals with a peaceful world. Go ahead and drop me a comment so I know who's here. And this book is The Knight and the Dragon by Tommy, and I looked up how to say his name, Di Paola. Tommy Di Paola, who passed away recently. Once upon a time, there was a knight in a castle who'd never fought a dragon. And in a cave not too far away was a dragon who had never fought a knight. One day, the knight went to the castle library and took out all the books he could find on dragon fighting. So there he is, talking to the librarian, getting some books. Meanwhile, back at the cave, the dragon had rummaged through all the things from his ancestors and found some books on fighting. So the knight began to build some armor. Look at that, pouring it out. And the dragon practiced swishing its tail. Back at the castle, the knight was working on all of his tools for fighting. Look at them all. Sharpening his sword. I don't know what this thing is called, but it looks like he's filing it to make it nice and sharp. Meanwhile, back at the cave, the dragon was also busy. Oh, it looks like he's practicing his fierce face. Look at his eyes. And then they began to practice. Look, the knight is rushing. He built a dragon out of wood to practice on. And the dragon is practicing his fire breathing. Oh, that didn't work out too well for the knight or for the dragon. Look, he totally missed. But they kept working at it, and eventually they both had some success. Oh, there's that librarian watching everything happen. Finally, the knight and the dragon were both ready. They sent each other a letter and set a time. Oh, look, how nice. They sent letters for the fight. There they are, ready. The knight mounted his horse. The dragon got ready. Here they are, charging each other. And they go right past. And they both just fell down and missed each other. Let's try again. Here they go, getting ready. Oh, looks like the dragon burnt down the trees and the knight ended up in the tree. He even lost one of his boots. See that? Oh, the librarian lady happened to be passing by. So what did she do? Oh, looks like she has a book for each of them. It's handy that a dragon can read, isn't it? So they both settled back. Let's see what they're reading. The Outdoor Cookbook, that works for the dragon, and How to Build a Barbecue. Huh. And so they chose peace instead of fighting. Look at that. K&D Barbecue, knight and dragon, do you suppose? And see how the dragon is cooking the food and then the knight's delivering it? Well, that was a nice story to highlight our peaceful world, wasn't it? Welcome if you're joining me. Please drop me a little comment so I know who's here. We're working on the 6 principal stories today. I just read The Knight and the Dragon by Tommy Di Paola and also The Peace Book by Todd Parr. But now I have a story to show you on my storyboard here. Let me move my camera. Let's see if we can get this in the first try. Can you see my setup? So this story is called The Hunter and His Dog. And it takes place on a farm. Make sure you can see everything without the camera falling over. It takes place on a farm that has a pond, and in the pond is a little island, but it's kind of hidden by these reeds. And a farmer lives there who liked to hunt, and he had a dog. And when the dog grew up, she had puppies. So he decided one day that he was going to train the dog, train one of the puppies to hunt with him. So as the puppy grew, he would take him out to practice hunting. and he would throw a stick, and the dog, of course, would go get it and fetch and come back. And they practiced this for a long time, and then the hunter decided that the dog needed to learn how to fetch something gently, because what good does it do to fetch something and have the dog chew it up and eat it, right? So the hunter put out an egg for the dog one day, and the dog after a while did a really good job of returning with the egg in its mouth uncracked. And so the farmer said to the dog, "Soon you'll be ready to come hunting with me." And so they went out hunting, and sure enough, the farmer saw a duck in the sky. So as the duck was flying, the farmer took out his gun and he shot it, and the duck fell. And the dog knew it was his job to go get the duck. So he went looking for it, but when he found the duck, he found that it wasn't shot dead. It was hurt, and the dog didn't like that. So the dog decided to heal the duck. So he took the duck and he went out to the island and he hid the duck in the reeds. But then he knew he was supposed to bring something back for the farmer while he was hunting. So he picked up a stick, because that's what he was taught to do, and he brought back a stick and he dropped it for the farmer. Farmer wasn't real happy about that, but what could he do? So they would practice again. So they went out hunting another day, and of course there was a duck in the air. Farmer shot it. It fell to the ground. What do you think that dog did? Same thing. When he found that that duck was alive, he took it back and hid it. He tried to lick it to see if he could heal it. He also would go into the farmer's house and find scraps of food like bread, take it to the duck, and give them food to eat. Eventually, the farmer became suspicious that every time he went out duck hunting, the dog came back with a stick instead of a duck. So one night, the farmer decided to follow the dog. He saw him take some food out of the kitchen, and he crept out to the pond, out to the island, and sure enough, the farmer saw all of the ducks that were wounded that were there, and he felt really bad. So he felt shameful that he would do that to animals when a simple dog would know enough to take care of them. So the next day, he brought his wheelbarrow out to the island, and he loaded up all of the injured ducks, took them back to his house, and he helped them heal until one by one they could fly away on their own. So that smart dog taught that farmer a thing or two, didn't he? Well, I hope you've enjoyed our stories today. I will upload a link that has a whole list of books that tell us about the sixth principle, having a peaceful and fair world. Hope you have a great day. Stay safe.